Good morning, ladies, and maybe gentlemen. I'm not sure yet. We've got men and women here. If so, welcome. How exciting is this? It's our first day together doing yoga. Now, every now and then I'll grab my phone and check for any comments or questions, but mostly if you have questions, you can just put them in the comment box and then later I'll get back to them because that might be a little distracting going back and forth. The only issue, if you're having any trouble hearing or seeing me, please comment and let me know that, and I will try to keep track of that. So for today, the very first thing while we're sitting here, I encourage you to go ahead and tuck your bottom in, tummy up. So we're actively sitting. Anytime you're sitting and listening to me, you don't want to be in this position. We want to actively engage our body. So even when we're just talking or sitting, we're actually receiving benefit from that. So you bring up your chest, tuck in your tummy, tuck up your bottom. You roll your shoulders forward and back and down and kind of settle into that space. So today, one of the most important things that we'll be working on is the yogic breath. So the yoga breath is actually how we should be breathing all the time. And what's really cool about Kundalini yoga, which is the type that I like to go with, is that it uses breath, or what they call pranayama, the breathing techniques, and associate them and incorporate them into your yoga practice. And doing so brings a lot more healing and power. So as we're sitting here, we're already like engaging our body, engaging our muscles. You can even tighten up that bottom a little bit. And then when we add the breathing, that breath becomes the power of healing that's washing through us, moving through us, and starting to clear out blocks and junk and anything that's blocking us from being emotionally balanced and physically healthy. So you're healing yourself just by breathing. Isn't that cool? So you can stay sitting up while we practice our breath. I'm going to lay down. You're welcome to as well. I'm going to lay down so you can see my breathing a little bit easier. So the first thing we're going to do is some breathing before we have prayer and even set our intention for our practice. So I'm going to lay down flat. Hopefully you can see me okay. And what you want to do first is place your hand on your tummy and practice breathing just down into your stomach. So a couple deep breaths just into your stomach. And unless I tell you otherwise, we always want to breathe in and out through our nose. So breathe that just through your stomach. You can see my stomach rising. Hopefully you could feel your stomach rising. Now we want to do the opposite. We want to breathe just into our chest. So I'm going to breathe. And that thoracic breathing just into the chest, into the lungs, and out, again through the nose. You can feel the difference of that in your body. We tend to either do one or the other, but yoga breathing is really about doing both. So you'll start breathing and it'll begin filling up the abdomen, and then it'll fill up the chest as well. And you want to breathe fully before you exhale. So I'm going to hold my hand on both, and you guys can practice that. Beautiful. Now before we begin, we're just going to do 10 yoga breaths, just slowly and steadily, and just feel yourself settling into your body. Feel that already waking you up and refreshing you. So 10 breaths in and out with the nose, stomach and chest rising each time. Beautiful. I'm going to sit back up. I want you just to notice how good that feels to fully engage your body, your stomach, and your lungs as you're breathing. And what we're wanting to do is really incorporate healing and our energy body into our yoga practice. A lot of Western type yoga really focuses just on the physical exercise, but yoga is actually about unity. It's about unity with yourself, with your inner self, with your energy, and unity with God. Whatever your spiritual tradition and beliefs are, it's about really connecting with that higher power, with that divine. And so that is one of the reasons I love yoga. And our practice with Kundalini yoga will really incorporate bringing emotional balance and healing, as well as the side effects of the physical qualities. So to begin, again, I'm going to sit up straight. Now, if you're not able to be on the floor, that's okay. You can be in a chair. But for today, we're not going to be getting up and down, up and down, up and down. So if that scares you away, then maybe just one trip to the floor and one trip up. But you can make that decision at any time that we're doing poses. Again, stay engaged while I'm talking. Anytime that we're doing poses that you're not physically able to do right now, that's okay. You want to just practice your breathing, stay engaged in your core, and you can actually just energetically send those body parts to do those movements, even if you can't physically do them yet. And then that energy will help with the healing and the physical movement down the road. Okay, so for today, we are going to start right off with a prayer. Almost forgot. That's the most important part. Always starting and ending your practice with a prayer. Now, because I'm Christian, I offer Christian type verbiage. But I honor and love every religion and spiritual tradition, and I encourage you to shift and alter any words to fit your needs and your belief system. But for right now, we'll just take a moment. My dear Heavenly Father, I ask thee and invite thee to be with me and all of those that attend me and all of those that watch this and perform these actions in the future, that we might have light and love flowing through our bodies, that we might have any energetic support that we might need. I ask peace and joy and love upon me and upon my household and upon all those that participate today. We ask for strength, endurance, and again, light and love. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And then in that final moment, you just kind of set the intention for your practice. Why are you here? What are you seeking to receive? And then just kind of set that intention. I'm seeking greater health. I'm seeking vitality. I'm seeking energy. Whatever those intentions are, you just kind of place them in your heart and hold them there while we continue. Now, so to begin, so one thing, when you're sitting on the floor, if that puts pressure on your knees, or you feel a little bit uncomfortable, you're having a hard time staying straight, you can use your cushion or your yoga block and put it, or your towel, and put it under your bottom. So, and that actually automatically puts you in a better posture and takes a little bit of the pressure off. So you can decide if you want to do that. Today, I don't want to do that. Sometimes I do. It depends on how my muscles are feeling. So to begin, first hands on the knees, and remembering your breath always as we do these things. And we're going to do what's called a stomach grind. So you want to feel like you're doing hula hooping as you're sitting. So it's really about moving the stomach more than just moving the shoulders. So we're moving from the stomach and we're grinding that stomach. Now as we incorporate the breath, we want to breathe in and out, in and out. And again, really using that stomach, feeling it grinding. This is blessing your digestive system, helping things to move through you more easily. And energetically, it's helping things to flush out as well. It's also really good for your abs. Breathing in and out. And then gently, we're going to switch directions. So out and in. Out. In. Out. In. Now, if you're more flexible than me, you might be able to make even bigger movements if you already have good core strength and balance. Or you might just want to move a little bit. You want to listen to your body at all times and only do what your body is ready to do. So a few more of those nice twists. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Beautiful. Sitting up again. Nice deep yoga breath. Feels good. We're going to move on to our knees for a moment. And again, if you're not able to move onto your knees, or if you need a cushion for support, you can take a cushion and place it right here. It takes a little pressure off. You can move however you need to. Or you can just stay in your chair and again, listen to your body and energetically participate in whatever way you can. So we're going to sit here on our knees, and your hands go on your knees. And this is called the camel ride. So if you imagine riding a camel, what's that going to feel like, right? So as we're breathing in, we want to breathe in, and then we exhale as we come back. So we're going to really bring and arch our back forward in the arms, and then exhaling as we come back, we just really open the chest and really lean that back as far back as we can. Now, that might look like this for you. It might look like this for you. I don't know. You're going to listen to your body. And then when you bring it forward, you're really arching the back forward and grabbing onto the knees. Again, we're in this group because we're not incredibly flexible, and it's okay. We're still good people. So we just do the best that we can. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, everyone wants to do the pace that's right for them. So, actually, I'm going to turn around so you can hear me better. You stay where you are. Inhaling, exhaling as we come back, inhaling. Now, as you get the rhythm, you can actually increase your speed if you choose to. You want to listen to your body. The last thing we want is any injuries. So you want to really listen to your body as you're making those choices. So we're inhaling. And just continue on. And you're going to start feeling this a little bit in your stomach, a little bit in your back, some in the upper back, and even some in the lower back. And that just means you're really engaging those muscles. And if you're not, you might want to tighten up even a little more in that bottom. Really lift yourself and really push into all those muscles. You can do things half-heartedly, or you can do things fully engaged, and it'll make a difference in how you feel, your energetic results, and your physical results. Good. Again, stop. Breathe into your body. Feels good. Good, good, good. We're going to move into what's called a cat-cow. So you start in tabletop position. So put your hands down on the mat and bring your knees back. So you want to have your knees directly below your hips and your wrists directly below your shoulders. Now, when you're in a tabletop position, you want as flat of a back as you can get. And you want your stomach engaged, your bottom kind of tight, and you're really engaging all through those. You're pressing into your knees and into your wrists, and then you're tightening. So you're really working your body just by being right here. And you can always just kind of loosen, and that doesn't do you any good. So when you're in tabletop, you want to really stay engaged. Now you don't want to be too far one direction or the other. But for cat-cow, we purposely drop the stomach, lift the shoulders, and lift the head. You want your eyes open and you look to the sky. Now again, if you're more flexible than me, this could really look like a nice big indent, and you could really arch. So it's about dropping and lifting the head, and then as you're exhaling, arching the back the other way like a cat that's scared. You've all seen those little rainbow-backed cats when they're getting attacked by a dog or something. So this is the cat. And then we again lift the eyes and look to the ceiling. This is the cow. Now this is wonderful for emotional balance. This really is activating our spine, where our energy flows and information from our brain, and there's lots and lots of energetic pathways there. Inhaling, we look up at the sky. It's also good for your optic nerve. It's also engaging a higher power when we're looking up. And then exhaling, you arch it up like a cat. Look down at the mat. Inhaling, dropping the stomach as much as you can, and exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. We'll just continue with this a few more times. Just follow your body, listen to your body. Beautiful. And then returning to tabletop, so nice flat back. Then you want to take your bottom and stretch it back. Again, this is a place that you could take your towel and put it in for you if you'd like. But you want to sit back on your legs as far as you can. Now that might look like this. It really depends on your flexibility, and it's okay. Just listen to your body. And you want to just stretch your arms as forward as you can and stretch your bottom back as far as you can. So there's a really nice stretch in your arms and your lower back. If you can, rest your head on the mat. This is child's pose. Beautiful. And then coming back. And then one more time, moving back into child's pose. And this is an active stretch. You're actively reaching forward and actively pressing the bottom back. So even though you're stretching and it's kind of a rest, you're still engaging some muscles. Beautiful. And then back up. Get this crazy hair out of my face. Okay. So back onto our bottom. How are we feeling? You guys doing good? And check our comments. Okay, we are okay. Okay, hands on the knees for a minute. We'll do just a couple yoga breaths. You're still engaged. Remember, we're not just sitting here. We're sitting here actively. Couple yoga breaths. Beautiful. And then extending the arms. And wherever you can, you want to grab those shoulders. Now, depending again on your flexibility, you might have to adjust that a little bit, but you can energetically see your energy kind of grabbing those shoulders. Thumbs on the back of the shoulder, fingers on the front. And it might feel a little awkward, but if you can physically do it, go for it. Now, this is called the washing machine. And it's really good for our spine and our waistline. And again, it's about actively bringing in that life force energy to bless and help us. Okay, so when we go to the left, we inhale. When we go to the right, we exhale. Now, if you're really wanting to try, you can go even faster. But again, listen to your body. Go slow or go quick, but do it with your breath in the way that feels right for you. Beautiful. And gently bring those arms down. Nice work. Now we're going to do the shoulder shrug. As you can guess, we're going to be shrugging our shoulders. Now what's fun about this exercise, it's really helping us to balance the yin and the yang, or the male and female energy, or those forces within us that are maybe too timid versus too brave and valiant or whatever. And it's kind of about balancing the positive of each of those qualities, each of those unique energies, and helping them to flow with each other rather than being against each other. So the shrugs. So inhale, left, exhale, right. So we're engaging down here as well, but it's really about these shoulders. Now you can go slower or you can go faster. Just listen to your body. Beautiful. And then again, we're going to round the shoulders, bring them up, bring them back down. So we're really opening lots of space there in our neck, opening the chest. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now you want to open your mouth just halfway while we do some neck rolls. Now your neck is very easy to injure, so you want to be very gentle and listen to your body to know how big of movements to make with your neck. So you open your mouth halfway, and then you just start rolling. And then the other way. Keeping your stomach and core actively engaged. And then relaxing that neck and shoulders. Beautiful. Feels good, doesn't it? So those exercises we just did are called the spinal warm-up, and the combination of them really activates your spine. And it really activates the energy within your spine, which along your spine, you have all the 7 different chakras or energy centers. And then it activates those to start sending out into your body, knocking down the clogs and recharging things that need to be recharged. And you'll notice that when we do these yoga workouts in the morning, your entire day goes better. Okay, we're going to actually lay down on our mat. So you want to just kind of gently and easily bring yourself down to the mat, however is safe for you and however feels okay for you. I'm going to take off my glasses, and I'm going to place my head directly on the mat. And for just a minute, I'm going to rest my cheek, just let my body relax for a minute. We've done some really good warm-up. And then switch to your other cheek. And then you're going to bring your hands directly beside your chest. And you press down just gently. And you want your head to be forward, your neck straight. And then you're going to very gently bring yourself up off the mat just a little bit. So you feel yourself coming up. Now, for some of you that have really nice bendy backs, you might be able to come up a little farther. And if not, it doesn't really matter how far you come. What matters is that once you're up, you want to start taking the pressure off your hands. So you'll see my hands can actually come off the mat while I'm staying just a little bit lifted. And that engages my lower back. So my lower back is getting stronger and it's getting activated. I'm also squeezing my bottom muscles to bring the lift. So you can use your hands just a little bit for balance while you're learning, but really the goal is to not have very much weight in your hands. Instead, for all the strength and pull to be coming from the bottom and the lower back. And then release and give yourself a break. Bring that left cheek down. Breathe. And remember, even the breathing is blessing you. So it's okay to be gentle and slow with yoga. Then the head forward. And then again, engaging the bottom and the lower back to bring the chest up. And again, just a little bit. We don't have to go crazy. We just want to really engage. And you can even draw those shoulders back. Take a couple breaths. This is called baby cobra. I guess because like your head's coming up like a little snake. Really feel that engage down there in the lower back and in the bottom. Oh, and then release. Come down to the left side or the right side. Breathe. And we're going to do that again. So head straight. Engage the lower back. Engage the bottom. Tighten, lift. This time you might want to invite your chest to lift just half an inch higher. Just kind of get yourself up off the mat just a little bit further. And then tighten a little more. Lift just a little further. You could even just energetically pretend like you're going further. And down. Resting on the left side. Whew, relaxing. Good. Again, neck straight. Tighten that lower back. Now check your neck. Make sure you're not tightening your neck. You want to be tightening your lower back and your bottom, but your neck should still be fairly loose. Bringing it up. Good. Engaging a little further. Beautiful. And then down to the right side. Good. Now, you're going to extend the arms back, like you're reaching towards your legs. Really kind of reaching and lifting. And then if you're bringing the feet up, so some of you are going to want to stay right there. And that is a really great place to be. And if you're able, you're going to want to bring your feet up and grab those feet. And that'll help you to lift a little bit further. Not too much further for me, which is okay. Again, we're good people, even if we're not flexible. And just reach, and then you kick away into your hands to help pull up your chest. And then release. Whew. Just rest. Relax those arms. And then one more time, bringing up the shoulders, up the lower back, tightening the lower back, up the upper back. Grabbing those feet if you want, or again, just reach. You don't have to engage the feet today if you're not ready. Grab your feet, kicking, pulling, and you're going to feel tightness all through your lower back, all through your bottom, through your thighs, kicking your hands into your feet. That engages the front of the thigh as well. And release. Ah, good job. Okay, we're going to bring the hands back up beside the chest, resting the head straight. Now we want to lift our legs. So you can choose today if you want to just lift one leg at a time, or if you want to lift both of them. Now, it doesn't matter how far off the ground you come. You might get half an inch, or your toes might have to still touch because you're not quite ready. Or you might be able to lift them way farther than me. What matters is, are you engaging the bottom and the thigh? And that's really activating the energy and the muscles through here. So we're going to tighten. I'm going to pull my feet back because I'm feeling a little tightness. So if you pull your feet towards you, but I'm pressing my heels away and I'm lifting. And then release. Whew. That's a really good one. Good. And then again, we're going to engage. Lift one leg and then the other, or lift them together, whatever feels safer to you. But when you do so, really engage right here, and right here. And invite it each time to go just a little bit higher. But again, never push yourself further than your body is ready. Listen to your body. It's so important to just listen to your body and what your specific abilities are right now. And back down. Woo! Resting, breathing. And we're only going to do that one more time. Should be burning a little bit through there if you're really tightening. We're going to lift those legs. And then I'm going to pull my toes back again. I'm pushing my heels out. My toes are coming back. Lifting through there. And release. Oh, beautiful job. Beautiful job. We're going to come back up into tabletop. And then we're going to stretch back into child's pose and stretch out that back. It's going to be tight. It might scream a little bit, so be really gentle. Woo. Yeah, be really gentle as you come down. We really worked it good. So now we're going to kind of stretch it out, tell it thank you. I'm personally sending some light and love and gratitude into my back right now. If you can get the head down to the mat, do it. If not, just trust whatever you can do. Now remember that child's pose is an active pose. You're actively reaching forward, actively pushing back with your bottom. Good, and then coming up. Oh. Oh. And then we're gonna swoop up back into tabletop. Great job. For just a minute, let's sit back on our heels. Again, using your cushion if you need to, and if you're not able to get on your knees, it's okay. Just do the best you can, sitting on your bottom, sitting in your chair. And remembering your breathing and how powerful that is. So this one, you want to actually sit up on your knees. Is my head cut off? Sorry about that. I could probably change that if I really wanted to. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see if we can fix that. Oh, okay. So this one, you're going to sit up tall. Again, we're fully engaging every part of us. So my stomach is up, my chest is open, my bottom is tucked. Oh, my arms and shoulders are back. And then we just want to reach forward and reach back. So when you're reaching back, you're just leaning slightly towards your heels. And then you reach forward and reach back. And while you're doing that, too close to the wall, while you're doing that, you want to keep fully engaged in your core. So when we're reaching back. We're literally opening our heart to heaven, inviting that awesome light in. Ooh. Then I like when I'm swooping forward, it's like I'm gathering all the crap I don't want and just sending it out of me, just sending it out. And then reaching, grabbing what I do want, pulling it down in, and allowing it to enter my body. And then you're getting a really good workout in your core as well if you're staying engaged. Now, if I'm just kind of sitting like this, it's not going to do it. But if you're staying engaged, you're actively working your body, and tomorrow you'll feel it if you're not feeling it already. And then forward and back. Good. Now, if you can push yourself a little bit, when you come back, you might even want to lean all the way, maybe one at a time, and touch a heel. So we'll do it one at a time, touching a heel, bringing it back, touching a heel, bringing it back. And again, if you can't get all the way to your heel, you can bring them up like this, be a little bit closer, or you just pretend like you are and send your energy down to touch your heel. Nice job. Okay. Coming back down, giving those upper legs a break. Good. Now we've only got about 8 minutes. You're doing amazing. Really, really proud of you. Proud of me too. I'm glad that we're doing this together. And so we're going to come back down to tabletop. So remember, hands directly below shoulders, knees directly below whatever those are, your hips. And from this place, you're keeping your tummy engaged and your back not too arched, but as flat as you can. And in this place, you're going to find your balance, and then you're going to tighten your bottom. And as you're tightening your bottom, you're going to send your right leg back and simply hold. You want a nice straight line, and then pull your toes forward. So back towards you, and just hold. And then actively engage that bottom, make it a little bit tighter. Pull those toes back just a little bit more. Now, if you're not able to get your leg up, I want you just to practice putting it out and keeping your toes on the mat. And that's absolutely okay. But if you can, bring it up and bring the toes forward. And again, if you're not able to do this pose at all, just practice your breathing, really inviting positive light into your body and releasing anything negative, anything clogging you. My leg's starting to shake a little bit. I'm going to tighten again. My bottom's even tighter now, pulling my toes back even further. And then bring it down. Nice job. One time we can roll back into child's pose and stretch out, actively reaching forward and actively pushing back with the bottom. And then back up. Wrists below shoulders, actively engaging tummy. Tighten the bottom, my pants. Tighten the bottom and send the left leg back. Again, nice straight line. You want to keep your shoulders straight in line with your hands. Now, you don't want to start twisting. We're not doing twisting today. You want to just stay straight. And then bring those toes back towards your body. So we're fully engaged all the way from shoulder to heel. Fully tightening that bottom, pulling the toes back towards you. Really feeling that. Beautiful. Holding it, knowing you're strong. And if you can't get it up again, just practice putting it back, putting it where you can. But if you can, fully engage and keep it straight. I'm shaking a little bit, and that's okay. I'm just sending extra love. Now I'm going to tighten again in my bottom. Pull my toes towards me again. And then I'm going to release and move into child's pose. Beautiful. Okay. We want to lay on our back now. And for just a moment before we rest, you always want to rest at the end of your practice. We're going to actively reach as far as you can in both directions. So you're going to reach as far as you can with your hands and then send your feet as far as you can the other way. And actively engage every muscle in your stretch. So you're pulling from your core and sending it in both directions. Just actively reaching, and then see your energy going even further and further and further, stretching, stretching, stretching. It's amazing. You can link your thumbs for a minute and pull even further. Oh, it feels so good after working that core. Oh, and then we're going to drop into what's called corpse pose. And you just rest your feet to the sides, open your palms, rest them to the sides. And we're going to lay here for 2 minutes. And just send gratitude and love into your body. Invite heaven or the light, the divine, to come down and touch you. Give you everything you need for today. Offer any prayers or surrender anything you're ready to get rid of. I'm going to invite you to bring your hands to your heart. And each of you offer your own little closing prayer today, a prayer of gratitude, a prayer to request anything that you might need. We're going to roll up. And right on time, you did it. We made it through our first yoga practice together. I absolutely love you. I am grateful that you're giving me an opportunity to reignite this practice in my life because it makes such a huge difference. And I know that it will make a huge difference for you. The wonderful thing about this is that we can learn and go slowly. And just breathing, just holding stretches, just being here in this energy will start blessing you emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I will talk more in our group about how we can support one another and really be here for one another. But today, blessings, wonderful job, namaste, and let's have an awesome day. And I will see you on Friday.